Hey folks, it's Josh from Questacon and I'm here with Sam Mitchell, maker, tinkerer, soul enthusiast and bike rider.
Sam, you tackled one of Australia's harshest tracks, the Canning Stock Route, on a solar powered bike. How many Ks was that?
About 1,800 Ks of really interesting riding and maybe 5,000 trip total. The first 4,000 was main dirt and main tar. And then for that 1,800 or 1,900 Ks of interesting, I think there was about 200 of like two-wheel drivable dirt roads.
Sounds like a pretty tough time, and this is actually the bike that you did it on.
I had this bike, it's an electric fat bike, and behind this I towed a trailer. The trailer and that frame was all homemade out of an old trampoline frame. First few prototypes were all three-wheeler tracks. First one was like a kid's petrol lawnmower powered go-kart. Instead of having an old lawnmower motor and some go-kart wheels, it had some kids' bike tyres, some solar panels that I made out of old windscreens, cheap motor from China and some old lead acid batteries. And then from that I was like, this is cool, it's quite cheap, let's make another one, a better one, and then kept doing that for a while until I was ready to make the one that ended up going around Australia. This bike, everything had to be stronger. It had to be really off-road capable. Was kind of more conscious about weight because weight then becomes a really, really big penalty. That both you want everything to be strong, but as you add more weight to the setup, there's more force on everything and everything wants to break more.
You mentioned on the road you had to do some repairing kind of as you went because things would break. What were some of the things that actually kind of gave up?
Trailer frame cracked in a couple of places a couple of times. So I had this really dodgy bush welding setup. I effectively just added a length of fencing wire to act as a bit of a resistor. Varied the length of that piece of wire to vary the power that I was getting at my little stick electrode, and carried a piece of welding glass, which is a square about this big. That got me through several hundred Ks of corrugation sometimes to the next place.
Did you ever want to give up or turn back or quit?
Occasionally at the start I was ready for an excuse. Bail out isn't always an easy option. Like after a week in, the only way to get back out is to ride back. But after I kind of got used to what it was like being on the track, got used to it as a lifestyle, definitely didn't want to quit after that.
What are you doing with yourself now?
I'm studying engineering. Renewable energy, which is this hybrid between mechanical and electrical and some solar panels.
Why is solar so important to you?
Climate change is big and scary, and energy is really nice. And if we're going to keep having energy, and energy is really nice, we're going to have to do something.
I appear to have just done the Canning Stock Route on a solar bike.